Shall we play a game?
Hello, you breasts covered in weeping eyeballs. Jim Sterling here, and this is BRIKS. This is another chapter in a book that I like to call Oh God, Sony, What Have You Done? This is another game that's on the PlayStation 4. You can get this right now if you want for $14. Yeah, this game costs $14. So we've talked about Sony's, I guess, embrace of Steam-like behaviour when it comes to the types of games that are starting to show up on the PlayStation Store. And this is another fine example of it. Perhaps one of the finest, even. We've talked about Life of Black Tiger, of course. That was the famous one from earlier this year. We've talked about Skylight Gashtoween. We've talked about some other fucking shit. There's actually loads. There's more than I've covered. By the way, that paddle, when it's green, can shoot lasers. I didn't know that quite then. I didn't know that yet. But anyway, that's besides the point. The point is that this is maybe the most cynical of the Steam-alikes that have appeared on the PlayStation 4, some of which are so bad they can't even get voted for on Steam Greenlight. Some of these games are too bad for Steam, and yet they're on the PlayStation Network, they're on the PS Store for you to all enjoy and pay, you know, not inconsiderable amounts of money for, because they reckon because it's not on Steam, they can charge what the fuck they like. You know, something like this, put it on Steam, probably charge 99 cents for it and try and make their money on trading cards, or at least they would have until the trading cards thing dried up. But on here, you know, you can put it on for $14, and because people are used to paying more on consoles, I guess they reckon they can actually make some money that way, charging for things that they've got no business charging that much money for. Especially in the case of S-Mobile. Or Smobile, as I keep nearly calling them, because that's how they fucking spell it. You don't just put an S and a mobile and then cram it together and not expect to be called Smobile. Anyway, S-Mobile have taken these artworks, I suppose you could call them, and laid a very, very basic, visually unimpressive, let's call it what it is, a very shit Arkanoid clone over the top of it. A very rubbish brick breaker game. None of the backgrounds have much in the way of, well, I should say large sections of the background art have some sort of artistic cohesion. There are very distinct big anime boob ones. There are very distinct pirate and or vampire ones that have all been done by the same looking artist. You see here, this is where we can, well, you'll get used to that screen. I had a lot of full levels that I'd completed, got bored of that. It's all the same fucking thing. Instead of that, what I did was just decide to say, you know what, fuck it, I'm not going to play properly, I'm just going to bash the paddle about, and the first time I die, like so, I will just switch to a new level, just to show you the art, and then I can talk about the real seedy nature of this game. And it's not just that they're, you know, selling it by throwing a load of tits up on a screen and saying, haha, buy this for $14, you horny wankers. No. It's even more cynical than that. That's pretty fucking contemptuous enough. But what they've done here is taken their previous products and overlaid this bad game on it. This kind of game that you know, you could see this a dime a dozen on the Google Play Store or something like that. What S-Mobile or Smobile does outside of a game like this, they do PS4 themes. You know, dynamic themes that you can buy, and a lot of people wouldn't really buy them. They probably have got them free when they've pre-ordered a game or something. That's how most people get these things. But there is a market for PS4 themes that people will buy and download, and S-Mobile, they're on top of that. And their themes are pretty much the same as this. They use anime breasts or pirate vampire breasts, or like edgy drawings of dragons and death and this kind of stuff. Just anything that they think will appeal to teens. The way that level ended was such horseshit. Anything that will appeal to teens and make a PS4 theme out of it. And the best thing about it is, quote unquote, the best thing about it is that their themes they're already selling and they're putting them in these games. That's That's the real rub here, because I thought what I'll do is I'll find where this artwork is, because if the only reason you're buying this is to look at, you know, wobbly anime boobs, I'm sure you could find a gif of it somewhere. But when I looked it up, it was like, no, S-Mobile are already selling this stuff as art without the gameplay element, just as PS4 themes. And they've recycled it here, essentially cannibalizing their own assets, sort of asset flipping the same way Tecmo Koei does, to sell us PS4 themes with this really, really bad, repetitive, rubbish game over the top of it. I'll throw up some footage now, just have a look. There you go. And you may even recognise some of the themes that we've looked at in this gameplay video. They're on the store. But back to the game, I suppose. There are, you know, over 40 fucking levels to the game's quote-unquote credit. But they all play out like this, and they all feel like this, and I'm not bothered. There I am using the lasers. It's not particularly exciting, but on the plus side, the video is nearly over, because even though I've got more than twice the amount of footage I'm showing you, I don't want to sit here and talk over this utter bollocks again. Plus, I really don't think you lot want to hear, "Do you want to play?" again and again and again, or whatever it is. I don't know. I've got the volume off now because I've listened to enough of the music and the play a game squirty robot voice. I've had enough of it. I've had enough of this. It's just torture. It doesn't feel good either. It doesn't feel good to play. It just feels like crap. It feels like you're having a crap time. Anyway, I'm done talking. Just look at the cat one.
Shall we play a game?
No, we shan't play a game. I mean, I did play the game, but we shan't play the game anymore. Sony, what drugs are you on, and why can't we all have them?